All right. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to episode 111 of the KBMOD podcast. And someone in chat just pointed out that I haven't freaked out in a long time. And I would like to say what an incredible feat it is that we, as being sound of body and mind and thought and speech, have made 111 episodes. It's a pleasure to be here right now. And I'm going to let Nick Fenton start. Nick, just show your cat to everyone again.
Hold up.
People that
Hold
haven't.
up. First up.
What?
Big thanks.
I just wanted to get this out of the way early because I know we're going to be seeing a lot of the cat. So.
No, he's doing his own thing. I don't know what he's doing right now.
Oop, John died.
Oh, the date? You guys want the date? God damn it, you guys. Okay. Well,
it's September
here's the date.
29th, 2013. What's going on for him?
Thank you, chat. See, chat wants to have they're looking forward to listening to this in the future and remembering, oh yeah, that was back in September. Okay, yeah. That's what they're going to say when you say the date.
Okay, fair enough. It is September.
And you know what?
20.
It's actually this is a very special episode because 111, 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. Half-Life 3 confirmed.
That's true. That's true.
Wow. I didn't realize we would be the ones to break the news. I better call IGN so they can get a write-up on this ASAP.
Also, I would like to say before we start, big shout-outs to the whole community.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Big shout-outs to the whole community for coming out to my, what didn't even need to be a 24-hour stream, and raising $1,200 to fly APL, Fenton, and we ended up just throwing Chesna in there because
Stretch gold cheddar Chaz.
Stretch gold cheddar Chaz. Big shout outs to you guys. Amazing.
Next level.
I went to take my dogs out and came back downstairs and there was $800. It was like it was like 40 minutes to get $800. And then it was like 1,200 in 2 hours. And then I was like, well fuck, I can't stop. So then I streamed till 5 in the morning.
And then you played I Can't Stop.
Yes.
I can't stop. But yes, no, really, you guys are the best community out there. I know we say that a lot, and it sounds like we are just heaping praise upon you unnecessarily, but it is very necessary because you guys have shown up for not only Extra Life 2 years in a row, and hopefully this year as well, but for when we need to get something done, and you were super generous. So yes, very thankful for that. How long did you end up streaming, Dan? How many hours?
Like 8 hours, 7.5 hours,
nice.
something like that. But
So long.
I was like, I'm not gonna kill myself at this point. They already. Plus, it was one of those fun drives where it was actually to a goal, and going over it wasn't really.
Yeah.
Like increasing it would have just. I mean, we would have given that money to Extra Life, but it wasn't really something where we needed to push it. So.
Well, I sent you that email about the first class ticket, right?
Yes.
Did you
Yeah.
get that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're actually not bringing Nick or Chaz.
I'm getting and you got the chicken and beer request too, right?
Yes.
I only drink. I only drink Yingling.
Yes. Okay.
Cool. All right. Just making sure. Sounds good. Yeah. No, that's going to be super exciting. I can't wait for that. It's going to be absolute insanity. I don't even know if Bob's Basement's ready for what's going to happen.
It's not. At this point.
I can't even fathom the insanity that's going to go down. So that'll be fun. But yeah, so we got all the normal. We got everyone on the cast this week. The whole crew, the regulars, shall we say? So apparently Nick Fenton is.
No, watch.
Blazing.
I look like the cover of an Animorphs book. Watch.
Our audio listeners missing out on some ridiculous smoke effect or something.
This is why
on Nick Fenton's camera.
This is why you should watch live at twitch.tv/KBMOD.
Yes, definitely a plug for it. What's been going on this week? Other than obviously we had Dan's stream on Friday, which was very successful. What has been going on in the gaming sphere? Let's start with you, Blackliteattack. You're looking pretty over there right now.
Oh, thank you.
What's been going on with you?
Agree. Not a whole lot. I bought GTA 5 and hadn't had a chance to play it yet, but I don't really know that I'm going to spend that much time on the single player. I mean, I'll probably get to it, but I mostly bought it because the multiplayer is about to unlock, and I had a couple.
That's true. 36 hours, man. Actually, less.
Yeah. Yeah, so I got that on PS3. You know, I would have liked to have waited for the PC version, but of course, by the time the PC version comes out, nobody's going to be playing it. So
That's not true.
Well, there will be the people who play it on PC, but there's going to be a lot of people who got it on console. They're like, why would I buy the same game again? So
I can't wait for it on PC without the slowdowns. Well, if you can run it maxed out, it's going to be orgasmic.
Well, that's also if it runs okay on computers. Because didn't GTA 4 run like really terribly? I never bought it. But.
Well, even just like load times and stuff. Like when you switch characters and stuff on Xbox, like it chugs. Like you could tell it's a loading screen.
Yeah, that's pretty shitty.
Well, not necessarily. Well, it's loading. It's rendering. Yeah.
I mean, we'll see how it is. I mean, like I said, I haven't actually played it yet, but. Still playing, I'm on a huge Final Fantasy kick right now. I currently have a file going in Final Fantasy 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 14. I'm playing all of them at different times of the day.
Is that confusing the fuck out of you? Like, where am I in each of these games? Are they different enough for you?
Not really, because Final Fantasy 14 is an MMO, and I'm not paying attention to the story because it's not very good. Yeah. And Final Fantasy 4 and 6 are the only ones that are new stories to me. 7, 8, and 9 I've all played a million times growing up. Those were all like my childhood RPGs, so those ones I all know pretty much by heart. But it's kind of funny picking up where I left off at each one because like I'm playing it during different points of the day. So like 14 is my big time sink. 7 I'm let's playing. 8 I'm streaming. 9 I'm kind of playing whenever I have nothing else to play, and then 4 I'm playing on PSP, so that's when I'm taking a dump. So
and the rest of the hours you're fucking your bitch, right? For all the other hours.
Thank you, Base God.
Sure.
Well, I mean, who has time for pussy when you have all this JRPG?
That's true. So much Final Fantasy.
No time for pussy.
No amount of beautiful
Jimmy Kimmel, no good pussy.
No good pussy. Jimmy Kimmel face, motherfucker. Jimmy Kimmel face.
Yeah,
so
that whole Kanye West thing.
So yeah,
if you haven't watched that interview with the one per BBC Radio, go watch that Kanye interview.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It's like an hour of rambling.
It really is
so intense.
It really is. But oh, and even more fun. I have actually 2 files of Final Fantasy 7 specifically going because I'm not only let's playing it, but I'm also practicing the speedrun strategy so I can beat it all in one sitting. And I'm planning the weekend before Extra Life LAN. I'm gonna speedrun a marathon of the game. Not speedrun, but it's gonna be probably done within about 12 hours or so. The world record's around 8 hours. So just gonna marathon that game and try to get some pre-donations going. Gonna pre-game the charity.
Nice.
Very nice.
Nice.
Kind of like pre-cum for donations.
Yeah, but for donations, obviously.
I want that to be the mental image everybody has when they hear me say I'm going to speedrun the game. I want you to think of the glistening tip of a penis.
Yeah, I think that's what I think of when I think about that. So
yeah,
I think it's fine.
All right.
Cool. All right, sweet.
That's me.
That's you. That's you.
That's
JRPGs out the ass, man.
Right now.
I don't know how you do it.
I'm very kawaii desu. That's how.
Gotcha. Wait, do you even have time? Are you jerking it still, or what's been going on with that? How's the
I always have time for that. I've mastered that to the point where I can just like think about it and just come. It's not even. I don't even have to touch myself.
I literally thought you were gonna say another word after come. I didn't.
No.
We were okay.
Nope, that's it.
Yeah.
Give me 20 seconds of hard concentration if everybody shuts up for a second, and I could do it right now. But
holy shit. Okay, interesting.
These are the sacrifices we make when we play like 9 Final Fantasy games at the same time.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
You gotta go hard,
no actual stimulation of the hands or even rubbing it against like a desk. Just
all mental facilities.
All mental. God. What if that was your superpower?
That's quite impressive.
Is that possible? Is anyone able to...
I have a friend who claims to be able to do it.
No.
Yeah, I obviously I have not verified. I did not ask him to demonstrate, and I somehow get the feeling that even if he was telling the truth, he probably couldn't perform with somebody monitoring him. But who knows? Who knows? I haven't really asked, but you know, if there's enough demand in the chat, you know, maybe I'll hit him up next time he's in town.
I would even say just a quick Vine video because he could, if it's 20 seconds, he could probably cut it up so that'd be interesting.
Well, he did say it takes.
He could do Instagram's 15 seconds.
Yeah, Instagram's 15.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you're right, John. 15.
Okay, yeah. He did say it takes a little while, but he said he kind of needs to like be in the zone, and he does need porn on. He can't just.
Oh, what? Okay, I was thinking it was all in the mind.
That's not. Yeah, that's just Nick Fenton right now. Nick Fenton's making me ejaculate right now. That's not mine.
Gosh, look at that tongue.
Yeah, John, what's up, John? Getting hard, John?
Oh my God.
Am I getting you off, John?
For those listening to the audio version, Nick Fenton is currently playing with his camera filters.
Nick,
Come here, John. Come here, John.
The worst the Jewish mother.
Yeah, John. I know you're gonna love this. Like Men's Warehouse.
I am slain.
I'm done. Like Men's Warehouse.
It's the greatest thing. It's so good. It hurts my jaw.
So that Final Fantasy.
Oh yeah.
Like,
So
Yeah, how about that?
good stuff. What about you, Brandon? What have you been doing?
Let's see. I played. I got into a little bit of CS:GO this week. Just some casual games. I haven't really played competitive lately because I guess none of you guys ever play competitive anymore.
I don't play CS:GO, so.
I know. So I've played a little bit of competitive casual, and I played actually last night with Reddish Blue. I got back into Orcs Must Die 2 co-op, which is a great game. Like I really wish I had more people to play that with because I love tower defense, and we were playing like the hardest difficulty and actually having trouble with it. So that was fun. I reinstalled Arma 2 in an attempt to play DayZ, and then remembered why I don't play DayZ anymore.
Yeah, because it's a piece of shit.
So I got a second 680 courtesy of Fuzzy Otterballs getting a new video card. And so I put that in, and that's great. It's working fine. I was like, oh, DayZ would be something good to try with this new video card.
No, it wouldn't.
It makes no difference at all. It makes no difference at all. I was getting like 15 frames a second.
Here are your options with DayZ in terms of performance. Run it on a dual core with like a GT 420, 15 frames a second. Run it with an i7 with a 680, 15 frames a second. Those are your options.
That's it. That's all you got.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I feel like the advanced options in DayZ for the video are like there's a sweet spot of options where you can hit 30 frames a second, but you'll never find it because you have no idea what any of them do.
You need the Konami code for that shit.
Yeah, so I did that, and I played DayZ for like 20 minutes until I was just like, well, then I basically after that I just Googled DayZ standalone, and I was like, oh, there's no news on it.
No, he's still at Everest, yanking his dick, jerking off the side of the fucking mountain. So we won't see that for a while.
Yeah, and then just League ARAMs like normal.
If you go to the top of Everest and jerk off, the semen will actually freeze before it hits.
It freezes, right?
Turn into an icicle out of your dick.
Yep, you can kill somebody.
Actually, that's how a couple climbers died. One of the guys got to the top first and ejaculated, and the shard cum crystals
into the jugular of the other man.
Yeah, they rained down.
They were sleeping head to foot, and then he ejaculated in his sleeping bag, and it just went straight through his throat.
The world's worst wet dream. Wake up covered in the blood of your fellow climber.
Jesus. Oh God, I gotta watch out for those cum crystals on Everest.
Cum crystals,
you're a real killer. All right. Anything else though? That's about it. Just the
yeah. That's about it.
Cool. What about you, Nick Fenton? What have you been doing?
I've been playing some Smite as usual. I don't know. I played a couple games today, just for a little bit. I started playing the early access version of State of Decay on Steam.
Yeah.
And for what it is, it's pretty fun. I mean, it's like single player DayZ-ish, I guess, but with missions and stuff.
I played it on Xbox a little bit. It
seems like it has a lot of potential. If I think that I don't know. If they have a sandbox mode that I think they added to the console version. If I don't know if that's going to be in this version, and if they maybe added co-op, or maybe maybe a bigger stretch would be PvP, like DayZ. But just anything involving more people, so it wasn't just single player. Just co-op would just be good too. I'd sub for that. And then for some reason, I started playing America's Army Proving Grounds beta today. It's on Steam. Anybody can get it. It's an open beta, and it's actually kind of fun.
That's like the actual Army game, right?
Yeah,
like
it's-
the
it's
Army
like-
developed that.
Yeah, it's an Army game. It's kind of fun. It's like search and destroy, and there's either like capture the flag or like it's like regular search and destroy.
America's Army original was actually really good. Like it was. I mean, it was.
Fuck or no?
It was very hardcore in that it's kind of like DayZ, like way more polished than DayZ. But when you think about like the realism factor of, you know, if you're jumping around and like spamming your gun and stuff, you just won't hit anything and you die with like one or two shots.
It's got like shell shock kind of stuff like that. Like if you're getting shot at, your vision will get blurry and your hearing kind of gets thrown off. Stuff like that. You can sound whore like crazy because it's realistic, I guess. I don't know. But like soldiers will like randomly say things like any soldiers in random video games do when you do things. So like since you can sound whore so well, like you can hear like where people are exactly. It's just kind of crazy. But it's actually I only played a couple rounds. And it's actually pretty fun, and I'm going to keep playing it because I enjoyed it. And there's 6v6 and 12v12, I believe. I was playing 12v12.
So when are you enlisting?
Yeah.
When I was signing up because you have to make an account or whatever. I was like making sure I'm like, are there any boxes that are going to make me
It's like a sign up for your newsletter.
I know,
but it's actually like I would
it's
like
like
to
fucking
enlist.
McAfee fucking antivirus, but for the military.
That would absolutely be the most brilliant move the military can make because recruitment numbers are down. Like, what if you check the box and read a motherfucker? That's your own fault. That's like legally binding.
You make it opt out, like make it a dark pattern, so it's checked by default, and you have to uncheck it if you don't want to enlist.
Uncheck the draft box. Make sure, guys.
I was like legitimately when I was putting in my information for my account, I was like looking for that. It's like, okay, I think we're safe, maybe. And then I went to go verify my email when it sent me it, and then it said I'm enlisted. So it's like whatever now.
But
I'm in the 201st.
We can take over the Earth. We'll beat China.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, at that point, I mean, I guess it depends. I mean, you could do that with any game. The Army could like just put in, be like, yo, can we add this in the League of Legends terms of service? You know what I mean? Any game. Let's just get everyone involved.
And I've also been playing GTA 5, kind of. I haven't been playing like GTA. I haven't played GTA since I got my cat.
I got something for you about GTA, Nick. No, you're obsessed.
You did get a cat this week,
but it is a cute cat. So
What's your thing about GTA?
Oh,
5?
about GTA. So, well, I guess I'll just go into what I'm playing too. So I'm playing GTA as well. Well, I've been trying to play GTA. I have one of the original Xboxes, like fucking launch day when it came out 9 years ago, or however long it's been.
How is it still alive?
That's what I'm saying. It's never red ringed until recently. It red ringed like 2 months ago, and so when GTA came out, I was like, "Fuck!" And then I was laid off. So I was like, "Well, really, fuck! I'm not gonna buy a new Xbox." So I was like, I don't want to do the towel trick. It's fucking stupid. I've tried it. It didn't work. So I just like YouTubed. I was like, there's got to be a better way than the towel trick to get this Xbox to fucking switch over. Because I guess you have to heat something up on the board or something, and it trips something. I don't totally understand it.
I think either way, remelts some solder.
It remelts the solder, yeah.
Oh, that's what it is? Okay, gotcha. So I YouTube it, and sure enough, I find a video that's got 3 million hits, and the dude, you just take 2 Q-tips, you pull off the cotton on the one ends, and you stop the fans, which is just logical. So it heats up way quicker, and within 4 minutes, my Xbox was good as new. Fixed. So that's a pro tip for y'all if you got red ringed Xboxes and the towel trick's not working.
Fucking done, Microsoft.
That's an interesting definition of good as new.
Yeah, good.
This is why the Xbox One is as large as it is.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, so I put in. I was like, oh sweet, GTA will work perfectly fine. And then I start realizing that the new Xboxes are obviously new. Like, I don't know about hardware specs or if it's like better shit because it's the same specs, but it freezes, crashes. There's way more pop-in textures. It looks fucking shitty. It looks shittier than on like an elite version of a newer Xbox. And I'm literally having performance issues even playing through some of the missions in the game. So
newer Xboxes
and I had none of these
smaller, but they have they have a giant vent on the side.
Yeah, it's got to be overheating because it's fucking taxing the thing so much. So I've been trying to play GTA 5, but I'm having not much luck. So we'll have to see what happens.
I told you could borrow my old one that I have. It stutters every once in a while, but I think that might be my hard drive. I don't know.
Yeah. So anyway, I've been trying to play that, but anyway, that goes back to your point. You were like, "How's it gonna run?" But it's running really shitty, at least on mine.
It doesn't really run that well outside of a shitty Xbox. It runs okay for like what it's pushing. Like it's impressive, like how good that game looks on what it's running on.
Totally. Yeah,
but it's still obvious. It chugs just as much as GTA 4 did, at least I would think. I haven't played GTA 4 on console in a long time, but I mean, I think my expectation was like it looks like all the trailers and stuff made it look way better than that GTA 4 looked. So I was like, it's got to run worse than that. But no, I say it's about the same level.
I wonder what platform those trailers were made. I wonder what platform the gameplay was from.
Yeah.
I'm interested to know.
I wonder.
It'll be fascinating. And I'm also playing League of Legends Made Gold this week. Thanks to doing with my boy Corey. Yes, thank you. And what else? We played Counter-Strike. I streamed yesterday for like 5 hours. We played Counter-Strike Source. And it was a lot of fun. We filled a 44-man pub, Hell's Gamers, thank you very much. And we did our thing. So that's pretty much what I've been playing this week. And I'm trying to think if there was anything else. Nope, that's it.
Do you play like do you stick with a specific position in League, or do you kind of just
yeah, usually. I mean, I've been jungling, support, or top usually.
Good shit.
I try not to AD because it's fucking terrible. And
I am really awful at ADC.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know how to position, and I just die, and it's really bad.
Yeah, I also literally can't jungle because that game has this really great dynamic where your level directly impacts your stats in the form of masteries and runes. So even though you're fighting the same jungle NPCs at level 15 as you are at level 30 with all your runes and everything, you literally can't complete a jungle route unless you have bought runes and have enough masteries.
Right. Yeah,
it's horrible.
It's bad.
I don't understand it. Like that's one. I can't get into Dota because I suck at it. But it's one reason I like Dota so much more is because when you start, you're on the same statistical footing as everybody else who plays Dota 2, no matter how long they've been playing.
Yeah, Dota 2 across the board is always the same, pretty much.
Yeah,
except for the before stuff like draft pick and blind picks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to really revamp. I don't think it would hurt them at all to revamp but I mean, there's probably no reason for them to because they have so many people playing. But revamp the leveling system to 30 so that until you're 30, you don't need anything, or you can't.
You know why runes and masteries are not going to get removed from that? Because that makes them money. So
of course,
that's not going to change.
Yeah, it keeps people playing, but at the same time, it's very discouraging. It makes me not want to play it.
You just think that, like, with so many people playing the game, you would get matched against people that would be at least if you're going in solo, you should be against. If you're level 17, you should be only playing against people that are level 17. So you all have the same amount of opportunity there. Instead of if you're a level 17 and you get matched with somebody that's like a level 20. Then they have a statistical advantage before the game starts.
They also can't seem to match you with people who are queuing the same way you are. I've been solo queuing a lot, and I keep getting placed against 5-man pre-mades. I guarantee they're Smurfs because they are fucking amazing, and I'm level like 18 or something.
I'm sure.
And they are incredible at the end. That's one problem that the leveling system would still be due to the existence of Smurfs, but last night I solo queued probably 3 or 4 times, and twice I was 5-man jungle invaded. That doesn't just happen with pugs. They're
just penalizing you for being a casual.
Apparently.
Yeah, you can't be a casual. You either have to lose your life to it, or you have to just accept the fact that you should just play ARAMs and get out of my fucking queue, you scrub. Sorry.
The problem here is that I've already dedicated my life to Final Fantasy, so...
Yeah, no, you've made your choice.
So
no, I get it. I mean, I get it. I don't think there's any way. I think it's the same thing in the Dota community, though. If you play Dota casually, like any MOBA game, like it's just the way it is. Like people play it super hard, and then if you happen to get matched up with people, and I mean, same thing. Like when I was playing, and I go into normals, and I had literally didn't even know like what abilities did on champs. I wouldn't want to be in that game.
I'd say Smite has the nicest community I've experienced so far, and there's still tons of assholes.
Yeah. Definitely.
And Smite.
It just happens. It just
yeah.
But don't worry. Strife is gonna fix that, guys. They're gonna fix that.
Well, Strife's not gonna fix it, but I think
I did watch some more gameplay and it looked interesting.
What is Strife?
It's the new MOBA made by the Han people.
It's
supposed to be more casual.
Yep. I'm telling you, man, they're blending some of the stuff of League with
the jungle stuff looked interesting. The warding stuff looked interesting. That kind of stuff.
Dan loves MOBAs, so we should keep talking about them.
Were you guys talking about something?
Yeah.
This is like when you guys talk about hardware.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Or
Just
fighting
fucking
games.
sound.
Or
Yeah. I will real quick address. Some people are like, "Oh, what? Scott doesn't work at Machinima anymore." No, I got laid off last week, so that just means I've got more time for. And I'm gonna be doing. I should pimp this out too. Wednesdays, I'm gonna be doing a show on KBMOD at 9 p.m.
Woo.
I guess PST. So we'll start with that. So we'll decide what we're gonna do with that. But yeah, I'm gonna have
full time
at
KBMOD.com now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm editing the podcast, so I'm full time again.
Yeah.
So this is how it's
There you
working.
go.
So.
Our first
cool.
full-time employee.
The pay is great. Let me tell you, it's
Yeah,
fucking
it's
crazy.
amazing.
So many bitcoins.
Hey, I already got a plane ticket out of it. That's good enough for me,
Yeah,
right?
it's pretty good.
Hey, it's I can just
The
pay me
benefits
plane
aren't
tickets.
so good. They could be better.
That's true. Yeah, there's zero.
The
but,
healthcare is shit.
Yeah. All right, John. What have you been up to this week?
The norms, some TF2, some LOL ARAMs. By some, I mean I played one. Played a little bit of CSGO matchmaking the other day by myself, and it was terrible. And I've leveled a warrior from 1 to 64 this week. So that's
Nice.
Wow. Holy
what,
shit.
What race?
Panda.
Panda. Okay. All right.
I just wanted to get through the Panda starting area.
The
see how
Panda
it
starting
was,
area
and
is
then-
nice. It's pretty nice.
You just figured you'd keep on going past 60, because why not?
Panda starting area is
Yeah,
good.
I've said I wanted a 90 warrior since the game came out, and I never did it. So I'm just gonna do it now.
It's a great class. You can be the next wet paper bag.
We need more wet paper bags. Yeah.
Best warrior NA.
What about you, young Daniel?
I have been playing Final Fantasy 14, and it's got me bad. It's got me deep. I'm a level 32 white mage now, which means I've really done 47 levels in that game.
Why's it got to be a white mage?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Well,
white
you
mage.
can be a black mage too.
Yeah. Why did
Yeah,
you
of
choose
course
that?
you didn't.
But you
'Cause
chose not to.
I
Be.
want to heal.
Fucking typical.
I want to
You
heal.
wanna be superior?
I want
Is
to
that
heal.
what?
I want to heal and not destroy.
This is an equal opportunity podcast.
Yeah, we don't discriminate against. If you're a black healer, then that's fine too. Or wait, no, black mage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, black mage does damage. Why do they have to do damage?
Yeah, black mage does damage.
So
There's-
stereotypical.
Wow, I'm done. I'm done with all of it. You know what? In Japan, I guess it hasn't translated that everyone's equal in America. So they
Enjoy
just
your
send us
lawsuit, Square Enix.
Yeah, it's over Square.
What sucks is they took out the red mage from Final Fantasy 11.
Wow.
So
Okay,
they
still
just
have to
don't even acknowledge Native American
the fucking-
mages.
mages.
Russians don't get
Pages,
no
not even
fucking
press.
acknowledgement whatsoever. So fucking ridiculous. Oh yes, we from Japan. We make a black mage do lots of damage. Yes, and then we
No,
do
well,
racial
I saw that
stereotype.
I saw that interview too. Yeah, it was pretty good.
But I can't stop playing that game. It's real bad. I've put in tons of hours. Yeah, it is an amazing looking game.
I'm playing it right now.
I'm having a lot of fun healing. But I also played a game that I was not expecting to be very good, but is amazing, and that is Shadow Warrior. The Shadow Warrior remake is friggin' fantastic. It is so fun. It's on a upgraded version of the Hard Reset engine from the same devs, and it might be the best looking game I've played this year.
Wow.
It looks phenomenal. It eats my card alive on Ultra, by the way. My 7970.
What kind of frames do you have it V-synced or? What kind of frames do you
It
get?
dips below 30 on Ultra.
Okay.
It
Wow.
really destroys it. I have to play it on high because then I consistently get over 30 then. It is a great game, though. I did not know that if you kill bunnies, there's bunnies running around in this game everywhere. And there's homages to the old game. This is it's not really a remake. It's more of a reimagining of Shadow Warrior.
Just
Like,
the same.
it's pretty linear like most modern shooters. Like, it's pretty on rails. There's lots of secrets, but it's pretty on rails overall. But you have a katana, and most of the combat is done with a katana. You could choose to do it all with a katana if you wanted. But it's pretty fantastic. If you kill rabbits that are humping each other, the rabbits mate in this game. If you kill one, the other bunny goes demon form and it is fucking bananas.
It plays metal music.
Yeah,
I saw your highlight. That was incredible.
It goes fucking death metal, like.
Wow. Does it get bigger? Like, does it?
No, it turns black, and it's really hard. And it's
why's it gotta be black?
God damn it! And it's
Black stage.
And we're right back to where we started.
And its
God
eyes,
damn it!
All the progress we made.
Its eyes are glowing red, and it takes forever to kill, like way longer than most enemies. And I had to like unload clips into this thing and done a bunch of katana moves on it. But it's pretty awesome. I highly recommend it. It is a long game actually. It's $40, which was kind of the thing that I balked at when it first was announced. Was that it was going to be $39.99, which seemed like a lot for a remake of a retro game that kind of might have had a niche audience, or it is pretty much a modern shooter though, like mechanically. So it's not it's not old school that way. I don't feel anyway. But
I'm watching this fucking highlight. Holy shit! Oh my god!
Are you listening to the music?
Yeah, I watched like an hour of that stream. It looked, I don't know, it just looked like it stayed intense the whole time, which was good because you don't get that very often.
Like the fights are extremely hard, and you can fuck them up.
And it's enemy wave based, like area based.
You go into an area, you fight waves of enemies, kill them all, go unlock a door, etc. But it's more on rails than obviously like an old school shooter would be.
Right.
I described it yesterday as being Serious Sam meets Ninja Gaiden.
Yes, that's a good way to describe it.
That's actually a really good way to describe it.
And
you get like points and stuff.
Yeah, you have talent points and stuff to spend. You have like 3 different skill sets. The boss, like the one boss I fought was like, God of War huge thing style. I mean, it wasn't a quick time event, but it was that style of boss, just completely massive. Like there's no way you should be fighting this thing. Your name is Lo Wang too, which is awesome. Which is from the old game. Game. The game opens with him listening to God damn, what's the song? I'm blanking on the song now. It's You've Got the Power. That song.
Yeah.
You got the touch. The Transformers song.
Yeah. It opens with that, and he's in his car, and it's just fucking awesome. All the
that's what they demoed to us at E3, and it was just like, this is weird.
It's fucking awesome. I don't know that I've had this much fun playing like a single player game this year.
Did you beat it? You didn't beat it.
I've played better. It's like 12. Well, here's the thing. I was saying about it being $40. It is about a 12 to 15 hour game, so it's not short. It's longer than say Tomb Raider, for instance, or BioShock Infinite. It's longer than those games by a good few hours. So you're probably gonna get your money's worth, especially if you play it on Insane. But it is a pretty game. Just make sure you have the hardware to run it, because it will beat it up. But it is very satisfying too with the katana. Very satisfying combat. I highly recommend it.
Is it like skill? Like, can you spam, or do you have to like how I was watching?
You get ratings when you finish an area based on what you've done. So if you like spamming the same attack over and over, you're gonna get a lower rating.
Yeah, efficiency is like gets you a higher rating, and you get more talent points for getting that rating. So like higher score equals more talent points. But it's pretty crazy. I've enjoyed the shit out of it. And then I also reset my Isaac save for that stream, and that was painful to do, but I did it. I got 4 mom kills in the first 6 hours, so that's much better than the rate I had before, which is 1 in 20 hours. So sometimes knowing the game helps. But yeah, that's about all I've been playing. Final Fantasy, man, I can't put the game down. I've also been playing NHL 14 on my...
You were telling me on your PS3.
My new PS3. Basically why I bought a PS3 after my Xbox died. Yeah, I'm liking PS3 so far. The download didn't take that long.
Oh, you'll learn to hate it. Just give it a little bit of time.
But
that was the one. I don't even have. I had just had one in the office, and it was just the worst.
Wait, like, do you have PlayStation Plus?
No.
Well, that's both of your mistakes, because PlayStation Plus is like...
Well, I haven't...
It's pretty baller.
Yeah, I might get it.
It's kind of shitty, because it's like, yeah, PlayStation Network is free, but we know once you get a taste of PlayStation Plus, you'll never, ever, ever be able to go back. Ever.
But But
free
that's
games, you really can't argue
all I've
with.
been playing. I didn't I also have Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I finally bought the game so I could play it after watching hundreds of hours of it this year. It is far and away out of the fighting games I've tried the hardest one.
It's
Far
really, really
and
difficult.
away.
It is so easy to get cheesed. It is like the inputs, you have to be doing them at 1,000,000 miles a second. That you have to learn combos that are about 4 years long. It is a difficult game.
I cannot do jack all. I was doing like the trial system with Wolverine, and I got through like 4 of them, and it was like the hardest thing ever.
Oh yeah, those combo trials were hard, dude.
But it's fun, but it's just like God. It is very, very difficult.
Yeah, I had a hard time picking it up as well. What system did you pick it up? Xbox?
PS3.
Oh, okay, I also have it on PS3. We could play sometime.
Oh yeah, you guys should play.
Could beat the hell out of me sometime.
Stream it.
I'll show you some of my raccoon.
Rocket Raccoon. Rocket
Bring
Raccoon.
out the coon.
But
Giving Rocket Raccoon a Cockney accent is like my favorite thing ever.
Take the coon.
It's literally like the accent he has. It's literally like what is that character's name? Captain Price.
Take the coon or let him run through your trash.
God is trashing me sights.
that's what I've been playing. NHL
shot.
14 is super good if you like those games. It's really good.
NHL series.
It's another. It's you know, like, to be fair, it's just another iteration as EA does every year, but it's much more tight than NHL 13. So I'm liking it. But that's about it for me.
Sweet.
And now
well, I think we're
gonna take a 2-minute commercial break, bros. And when we come back, we'll do the week that was heavy in news this week. So we will be right back.
Dark and heavy like a Subaru?
Dark and heavy like a Subaru. Enchanted Nation. Enchanted Base.
Sounds of the DJ slide.
Sounds of the DJ slide.
Going down to the docks, coming down to my end.
Womp, 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 womp.
We should put the horse ebooks thing in
What
the
the
news.
fuck did
I feel
you
like
just
that's
tweet
relevant.
me,
Yeah,
Allison?
that's a big deal.
What did Allison just tweet me? Oh my god.
Pop Tacoma bedridden. God damn, that's good. Oh, man.
My god.
Yeah, mate.
I'm actually not that good at Marvel. I'm way better at Skullgirls.
Dude, I was so baffled when there were only 3 buttons.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
And then I was like, how do people do all these things with these buttons?
Yeah, it's one thing that's goofy is that like all of the arcade sticks have always been designed for like 6-button layouts. So it's like, how the hell do I do it? Like, it makes sense on a controller, right? Because you have the 4 face buttons.
Also, the tutorial or lack thereof in that game is horrid.
There's no sort of Capcom games do not do that.
Yeah, but Street Fighter has an excellent trial system. Yeah, it's amazing.
I've never used it.
The trial system teaches you every combo with that character and every special move.
Oh yeah, it does have that. Yeah. Well, I guess it's because Marvel has too many combos. You can't teach somebody all the combos.
It's not
because
that. It's like
almost every combo you can think of is possible.
Every game needs the Skullgirls tutorial.
Hold her up.
What? The cam?
Oh yeah, that Skullgirls tutorial is. Yeah, the tutorial in Marvel doesn't really teach anything.
What a kitty, mate.
Okay.
What a kitty,
mate.
Marvel's a game that if you want to get good at, you got to start watching some YouTube videos.
God, she's such a Miles Davis
She's purring.
cat. She's such a
Look how
Miles
high
Davis
she is.
cat.
She's high as a kite.
Oh yeah.
I can't go get Gino. He's asleep.
Oh yeah, get Gino in here.
Because all he fucking does is sleep.
I can go get Bruno. He's asleep, but he wakes the fuck up whenever somebody wants him. He is eager to please. He enjoys getting pet more than sleeping.
It's not even that. I don't like to disturb Big Gene while he's sleeping. He might break my kneecaps as we went over Friday.
Look at her. She's fucking adorable.
Look what I deal with.
I'm going to go see if I can even get Bruno. He hates being picked up. Hold on one second.
Do it. I love Bruno.
We are back from commercial.
I love everybody's pets.
But
look at her. She's got fucking huge eyes.
Now we're just looking at pets, audio listeners. That's all we're doing for the rest of this cast.
Look at her, she's kneading the keyboard.
Yeah. This is also new. All right, we're back.
We'll move into the news here, and of course, the big news this week: Valve announced some stuff. And the biggest thing they announced, actually the one that I think is most important out of the three of these, is the Steam OS. They announced their own operating system based on Linux. It's going to go on living room PCs, of course, Steam boxes, Steam machines, whatever you want to call them. And apparently, according to a lot of developers who've already had access, oh my god, big doggy. Oh.
That's Bruno!
He is not happy right now.
Oh my god.
No,
that is a dog right there.
I refuse to believe that Bruno is not happy.
What, you don't like it? I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Look at the size of his head right there. That's a
Bruno
head.
is a big boy. But so Valve announced the Steam OS thing, and you're going to be able to stream your games from your gaming PC to a PC equipped with Steam OS. So it's like an NVIDIA Shield but built into Steam. So I don't know. A lot of developers are saying that the performance on it is way, way better than Windows on the same hardware. I mean, we'll have to see where it goes. Linux, obviously, a bit different. So they'll have to get people on board, I'm sure. But I don't know. We'll see where this goes in 2014. I think it's going to be downloadable before then. So if you have a home theater PC or something.
You just say higher performance and higher frame rate to me, and I'm interested in using that.
Yeah, I mean, most developers are saying that it is. Most developers that have been interviewed about it who have had access are saying the performance is much better on SteamOS than Windows. But the rest of these announcements, and I saw so much hate. So much hate. Did anyone really think this was going to be Half-Life 3? Come on.
Yeah,
it wouldn't have made any sense.
Yeah. Like,
it would have made no sense at all.
Well, didn't they say beforehand it was all Steam related anyway?
Yeah.
Well, the URL had /living room in it. Half-Life 3, like, that would have been a really weird message to send. It's like, oh, the third thing is Half-Life 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
true.
they also the other two things they announced not as exciting, to be honest, and not as life-changing because we know nothing about the Steam machines. Like, we just know we don't know pricing. We don't know it's going to be made by other. Asus is going to have a Steam machine. Zoltak will probably have one. I just said the name of them wrong. Zotac will probably have one. Intel may make one. They make the NUC, which is a little tiny PC. But we won't know anything about it until these demo units get shipped to people. And then there's the controller, which
I actually like that.
I think is a good idea, John. I'm with you there, but I need to know how sensitive. They're supposed to be really high resolution touchpads. I don't know how this works.
Nobody's made an effort to change controllers in years. Anything different now is good. Even if the functionality sucks, at least they fucking did something
different. Yeah.
And because it's Valve, I do not believe they're going to do anything. They're not going to release it until it feels good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's cool that this is like the first attempt to make something that has the fidelity of a mouse and keyboard setup. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I don't think it's going to be as precise as a mouse, clearly, but it looks like you could actually maybe play shooters on it, right? Or like not have to have auto aim, because this makes more sense to me to get precise movements.
Yeah, as people are pointing out in the chat, Tommy God, I don't know how you say his last name. Refinez? I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. But anyway, the latter half of the Super Meat Boy Team Meat to Edmund, he went and tried it out and said it's really good. So he had good things to say about it, and he said he's also very picky with controls, which if you make a game like Super Meat Boy, you probably would be.
I mean, much like Valve, I only release when I feel good as well. So I feel like that's probably going to be their strategy here. So
you can relate.
Again, my only complaint about these announcements, and this is a lot of other people's complaint as well, did this really need to be done over 3 days? Or like
no, absolutely not. Hey guys, it's a Steam box. Oh, there's a controller with it? No fucking shit.
Yeah,
but you know what? They dominated the news cycle this week.
Yep, so what they wanted to do.
Well, no shit, you're gonna dominate the news cycle if you separate into 3 different days, and your name is fucking, and your name is Valve.
And why are you so mad?
Yeah, but I
Just
mean,
got
even though Valve is really well known at this point, and people know about Steam, they're trying to break into a market that they have no traction in at all.
Yeah.
So I think like they need all the news coverage they can get about this stuff, because they need people who aren't normally interested in Steam and Valve to get interested in it based on these announcements.
Yeah, we need to see, though, we really desperately need to see a Steam box in the wild doing what it's supposed to do. Because otherwise, like, it's not that I don't have faith in Valve, because I actually do have a ton of faith in Valve to make this work. And I'm actually super excited to get SteamOS on my home theater PC, because if I can play games now and then on the old couch with, you know, just throwing SteamOS on that computer as it exists, you know, that's great. That's great if I can stream my games to my living room. But, you know, we need to see one of these in action and also know the price. That would be great, because these things are going to be $800 or $900, which I think some will probably be. Some will probably be full out PCs, I'm sure. But I think what I think is going to happen, I think like fucking Roku is going to make a Steam box, and it'll be like $99, and they'll just be like gaming PC required for streaming or something, like, but they'll just be like Roku 4 powered by SteamOS. Like, I could totally see that being a thing. Mainly because Roku's OS is kind of shitty. But go ahead.
I'm interested to see what Valve does to actually get SteamOS out there in the wild and get people using it. Yeah. Because I think they're going to have to do, if we were talking about this at the office this week, and we were saying, if I think or maybe I read this somewhere, I don't remember, but I think it would be really interesting if, let's say they do end up releasing Half-Life 3, and like Half-Life 3 is free for anyone on SteamOS. Like, I think something like that would be a huge way. Like, they're going to have to do something that looks short-term like a dumb thing, like, wow, you're going to give away Half-Life 3, but, you know, if they could just some way to force adoption of this so that people try it, and then once they try it, hopefully like it, they tell their friends about it. Like, there has to be some big jumping off point for them to actually get this out there and get people using it.
Yeah. They'll force it like they did with Steam back in the day, man, where it was like, yo, guess what?
People were so mad.
Yeah, they were. They're
That's
like,
the thing is,
people
don't remember that they kind of did force Steam on you, and a lot of people didn't like it at that point. I think they're going to have to do something similar here to get a user base big enough for other people to care about and actually make games for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
But I'll tell you what, I will let you guys know. I don't know if anyone else in this podcast has a PC hooked up in their living room, but the minute that beta is available, it's going on a drive in mine, and I will let people know how it is, at least in beta. But hopefully that's soon. I actually think it will be soon. I think you'll be able to get a beta of the OS pretty quickly.
Well, they said they're shipping. Didn't they say they were shipping the beta Steam boxes or whatever before the end of this year? Yeah. Like, to the people that whoever gets chosen.
The 300 people.
Right. They said they were shipping those before the end of the year, I believe.
Yeah. So there you go. None of us will probably get one of those, but at least you can get into that beta.
Even with as much sway as we do have.
Yeah, we do. I mean,
community.
We do hold pretty much all the cards when it comes to that kind of thing. But I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. That was obviously the largest news of the week, but we had several other things. Do you want to skip that one, Brandon?
Yeah, it's not out yet.
All right. So, hardware. Plug your ears, Nick Fenton.
And Nick Jenkins.
AMD announced their new cards this week. We don't really have that much detail, but they announced the R9 and R7 line. The R9 is going to be, quote, a lot more powerful than Titan. So there you go. It'll probably be a $600 card or something like that. But we don't know a whole lot about them really, except that they are the next gen. We don't even know what chips are inside these things, so we don't know if some of them are even new, like really new. We do know they can push 4K resolution, so they're obviously going to be more powerful, because current cards get the shit kicked out of them by 4K. And Mantle is super cool. Mantle is an API they've built for developers, a graphics API, to kind of make developing a little easier. But John Carmack has an opinion on it. I don't know who else is. I don't really understand it too much, but it's getting good reception for the most part. He said it should make things like developing for Steambox much easier with Mantle, and developing for the new consoles because they'll have direct access to a lot of the graphical stuff. So we'll see where that goes. We don't have prices yet. You can pre-order one of the new cards on like the 4th of October or something like that.
That's what I thought was kind of weird, is like this, that we have very little detail aside from like just some vague numbers and stuff and some vague specs, but yet you can pre-order their 290X, which I guess is the highest end card, the flagship. You can pre-order that on October 3rd. How does that work?
Yeah, here's no details. Put some money on this thing.
How much do I have to pay for the P90X version?
It's going to be $600, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the high-end one.
That's the funny thing, is you can pre-order it in a few days, but there's no launch price set yet.
There's no price. So.
All the other ones have suggested MSRPs already. Yep. Nothing about this makes sense. What are you doing, AMD?
So
that's because you're only allowed to pre-order if you have a Platinum Black card or you're Kanye West.
So the one thing I will say is, if you were looking for a 7970, and there's already been one of these deals, they are very good cards. I know. I have one. They are dipping in price like crazy in some places. There was one for like $270 the other day. So that's very cheap for what was the highest end single card. So look for deals on higher end AMD cards if you're looking for a card. The 7000 series is pretty good. So did Gassy sub?
Gassy did sub.
And
oh my god, look at this.
Everywhere.
Spam.
That's why you got to show up live. You don't get this kind of spam normally.
Yeah. This is ridiculous during a podcast. But moving on to the next thing, which I will say, credits to Capsar for telling us this was the thing that was being worked on already, and we didn't believe him. This was right around the PS4 launch, the initial one, in like February, I think that was. And basically he said that what they're working on is basically all these consoles will become apps that can run on other things, and you will play games within the app. This is actually a thing that is occurring, according to EA. So, and they would know, given they've been deving for this. So he's saying that this will, the hardware evolution will stop, basically. And it will just be software. They'll just update your software, and then you can play games at higher res, etc. And that's all it's going to be.
Well, here's the thing too. Like, I think that given that they're both on x86 now, I think it's pretty likely that we'll just start seeing refreshes. Like, we'll see the Xbox One in 2 or 3 years, and it'll just be updated hardware.
Yeah.
It'll turn into kind of an iPhone model where you can still run the same apps, but it's just more powerful hardware, that kind of thing. That I feel like that's a lot more feasible with x86 than it was with the previous architectures.
Yeah. So you might start seeing that happen. I don't know if can they get away with charging you for a $500 console every 2 years?
That'd be rough. I don't think so.
Yeah,
not right away, at least.
Not right away.
Maybe after like 5 or
But
6.
to go along with this, there has been a report floating around that Microsoft showed off Halo 4 running on PC and on a Windows phone by streaming it. So what did I say back in the day? That I thought Windows 8 would usher in a sort of Xbox App Store where you could stream Xbox games on your PC? Apparently, this is happening. So we'll see if it comes to full fruition. But there will be... I also don't know... In some ways, I don't know why they do this right now or let this leak right now. Simply because there's a new Xbox coming out. You would want people to just straight up buy that thing instead. Not make games more accessible on other platforms. But so this is all, demos. This isn't, something that's going to be out in 3 months or something. But we may see everything go this cloud-based stuff. We're already seeing SteamOS. It's going to stream. Obviously, you have to have a box yourself already to do it. You already have to have a gaming PC. NVIDIA's doing it with their cards. The Shield. PlayStation's doing it. PlayStation 4 is doing it with Gaikai. Xbox will probably have some sort of thing. So when will we just see all gaming? There will just pretty soon, 10 years down the line, there won't be PC gaming. There won't be console gaming. It'll just be open up my app. And there we go. Just play your games within that thing. Although the internet has to catch up, obviously.
Oh God, yeah, please.
Google Fiber
please,
Plus.
Well, at least the U.S. internet does.
Yeah, the U.S. internet definitely. Well, that would be the market that you would want to catch up.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, I think it's clearly Microsoft has some kind of streaming technology, because if they didn't, they would be like the only company at this point that doesn't have some plan in place for that. But I would be surprised if we. Yeah, I'd be surprised if we really see this. But it actually, this could be a really cool feature for them to drop right before the Xbox One launches or something. Mm-hmm. I feel like maybe they have something up their sleeve to kind of combat the negative PR and get the last thing in people's minds as to try and sway them from buying a PS4 instead. Who knows?
Mm-hmm. Says this streaming service was demoed on a Windows phone with an Xbox 360 controller attached, and also on a low-end PC. It was powered by Microsoft's Azure platform, which is their kind of cloud computing platform that isn't fully out yet, I don't believe.
Well, Azure is that's a thing.
Yeah, I know
that's been out for businesses and stuff. They have the infrastructure to do it. Probably more so than just about any other company.
Well, I love this. When contacted for comment on the demonstration, a representative from Microsoft said, "The Microsoft company meeting is a great place to demonstrate many exciting possibilities, but we don't have specific plans to share at this time." So, but I don't know, man. Pretty soon we just won't be we won't be a PC gaming podcast. We'll just be Did you guys try out the new app today? That's all it's gonna be. That's all it's gonna be.
Sounds weird.
What apps have you guys been using this week?
I'll still buy $700 video cards just because I like to do that.
They'll still be around, so. Yeah. But that'll be crazy. It's happening. It's happening.
Yeah.
So
it is.
The singularity.
The singularity. It's happening.
It's approaching.
Yeah. So a few quick gaming notes. If you guys did not see the Evil Within gameplay trailer. And Scott, I'm looking at you mostly.
I watched the live action thing they did, and that scared the fuck out of me.
The gameplay, we watched the gameplay together on my stream on Friday. It is terrifying, actually. They did the original Resident Evil guy. He done good, at least from what I've seen.
Yeah,
it's very much cramped corridors, but with Resident Evil style enemy. Who's just fast enough to stay with you, kind of zombie. It is also one of the goriest things I've ever seen in my life, but not. It never felt like a gore movie or something. It was just like, wow, this is really terrible. This is terrifying. Oof. This guy's in a bad situation. So I mean, it looks really good. I was doubting the heck out of this game early on. I thought the trailers were kind of cool, but.
God, he's hanging upside down in a meat locker at the beginning.
Yeah. Just wait, Scott. It gets much, much worse. But go watch that if you haven't.
I wake up upside down in a meat locker once a month.
I think it looks pretty scary. I think it looks like it's pretty well done. Also out to watch is Binding of Isaac mini doc, which is also on the DLC for Indie Game the Movie. It's very cool if you're into that game or if you're into game development at all. It's just an interview with Edmund McMillan for about 30 minutes. So it's pretty cool. And this last piece I put in here because it's pretty cool that this is a thing that Cooler Master is doing. The Cosmos, if you guys have heard us talk about this case before, it's the most expensive case out there pretty much. It's like 60 pounds, the Cosmos, just empty. The case.
It is massive.
It is absolutely huge. And it's like $300, but they have made an Cosmos SE, which is still probably the best bang for the buck out there. It's $170, which is a lot for a case, But if you're interested in a case that will have all the room you need for not that much, and like if you're doing liquid cooling, Cosmos SE is probably something you would look at. I just thought this was cool that they finally put out a, well, I don't know if affordable is the right word, but a more
If you're in the market
affordable.
for a case this large, I would say it is pretty affordable.
Having a giant case was like the best thing ever when I
is
built
it
this
not?
PC. I went from a mid tower to a full, and it was like, there's so much room for activities now.
Like putting
Like,
the motherboard in and
activities.
stuff. It's just like,
Yeah, like
boop.
it's just like there's so much room. Like I can sleep in this thing if I wanted to. But yeah.
Well,
Whole
the
tower is
Cosmos, if you're wondering if you need a Cosmos or not, the Cosmos SE accommodates up to 8 hard drives and 18 solid state drives. So, if
Wow.
that like
That's necessary.
if that's the limit that you're up against, then that's how you know you need this case.
That's the perfect case for you. Yeah, absolutely.
It can also.
Well, actually, I keep all of my porn on SSDs, so
I gotta access this
I need
shit
them to
super
boot up. I
fast.
need the file to
You need
boot
that
up
search
faster.
index to load quickly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I need
it
porn.
needs to
I need
be
it now.
there now.
It supports eight fans, which is a good chunk. Not that surprising, but 8 fans.
What's the cum index rating search feature on those hard drives? Is that pretty
pretty
quick?
high? Yeah,
Pretty high. Yeah. Yeah.
Impressive.
And
cum
it
index.
can support the biggest graphic cards, which are it's support up to 15.5 inches long, which is, I think, longer than like even a 690 or.
Oh yeah, I support up to 15.5 inches
So
long.
you can fit Dan's cock in the case. So that's good.
Bam!
Wow. It's my porn and I need it now.
So they modeled this case after my butt. So
You're gonna
can handle
accommodate
15
everything.
inches. So.
New releases this week. Several games I haven't heard of, plus NBA 2K14. October 1st, NBA 2K14 available. Arma Tactics, which is like an Arma strategy game, I guess. And Flashback. I don't know what that is, but it's available October 1st if you want it. October 2nd, Air Conflicts Vietnam, which sounds like a winner. And then October 3rd, Agarest Generations of War. Don't know what that is either. And Haunted Memories, which is early access game, so at your own risk there. And of course, you're right, Ren, BF4 beta this week. If you bought premium, I believe, during that E3 sale, you got into beta anyway for BF3. If you bought BF3 premium, you get into BF4 beta. So, and then F1 2013, Ross Geddes Armageddon Day on October 4th. Ross will be so happy. To spend that welfare money on F1 2013. So that is your new releases for this week. And we're going to take another commercial break here for a couple minutes. And then we will return with Twitter.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck is this Evil Within gameplay, dude? This is fucking
Yeah.
awful. Holy shit.
How long is this commercial break?
2 minutes. Can you?
I'm gonna
master
go
that one?
apologize to Bruno because he's really upset with me right now. I took him. It took me forever to coax him in because he knew something was up.
And then
Like
you
the
just picked
second-
them up.
Yeah, and he hates being picked up. He loves being pet. He hates being picked up. He was very upset. He only stayed in camera for like 2
That
seconds.
friggin' Pope. That friggin'
You're
Pope
back.
thing is the greatest.
Oh, that Pope thing at the bottom of the
Yeah,
dock
yeah, at
is
the bottom.
legendary. I can't.
By the way, big shout outs to the stream. We have gained like 20 subs this week, so thank
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys so much.
Big shout out to the Pope too. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, shout outs to the Pope as well.
Get that shit.
That is a crazy nice looking pipe, dude. So look at those. Wow, it's chair stream. 2 chairs.
Wow. Both
chairs.
facing opposite directions here as well, which is interesting.
I just
Different-
realized
different
that
colors?
I have the same chair as John.
A black chair and a I guess I would say
It's a
white chair. That's gray.
Yeah,
It's
it's,
more-
a white person chair.
Yeah. It's like
By
an
the
old
way-
woman's skin is starting to die.
By the way, I woke up today and had like weird brown discolorations on my left hand. Is
What?
that not fucked up?
It's poopy.
Pooped in it.
No, it
Poopy
wasn't
says
poop.
that.
No.
John, did
I-
you know we have the same chair?
I scrubbed my hand
Yes.
as hard as I
Damn it.
could because I was like, oh, maybe something did get on my hand overnight. No, it would not come off no matter what.
Well, is it still there?
No, it's went away during the day. Like,
Was it like under your skin or was it like on your skin?
it was like, well, I scratched the side of my finger, and it finally came off that way a little bit, but not the whole.
So it's got to
way.
be a substance then. It's not like
I don't know, because it would not come off my.
I think
palm.
it was actually just doo doo in your fubu moo moo. That's poo poo.
It was from the jankum making the night before.
That'll happen.
God,
Yeah, that can
jankum.
stay.
Residue.
My whole last 2 days have been filled with jankum and crocodile, and like I don't even have faith left in humanity at this point.
You're in a pretty bad place right now. If that's
Humanity,
the case.
That's rough.
Humanity.
That's real rough.
When did marijuana become so bad? Come on, why just
I know,
smoke
right?
some weed? You don't need to
Lose your
inhale.
legs and smoke some weed, dude. It's better than losing your skin.
I think I
don't
literally
need to
used
inhale.
I used the sentence when we were talking about this the other night. I said, "Just get high like normal people."
Yeah, like
Well,
like,
these are both drugs that are used by people who can't afford normal drugs, and also, at least in the case of crocodile,
Well, it's more
really,
so-
really hardcore drugs. The
I
sort
don't
of
think it's
high
that they
you
can't
don't get.
afford. I don't think it's that they can't afford drugs. I
That
think it's they
is
don't
why-
have access to other drugs.
We
like they
also-
have meth, and then they have meth mixed
We
with
also
their
got
fucking
told
other
of-
chemicals.
It's codeine.
we also got told about sisa, which is a Greek equivalent of crocodile, which is like shampoo and battery acid and shit. Like, what are you people doing? What?
Who discovers that? They're
Somebody
like, you know
is
what?
in their kitchen just mixing shit and injecting it and seeing if it fucks them up.
Like,
Dude.
Drug
Oh, yeah.
punch.
That's what happens to kids, dude, that go to high schools in fucking Kansas. They just mix all the fucking stuff under the sink together, and they get high.
And then
I
they
just-
export from Kansas to Russia.
Like someone is looking to get high, and
Yeah.
they think they've got it, and they're like, no, you know what we're missing? Battery acid.
We could really go to the moon with some battery acid.
I just don't.
Hey, the
No,
stuff that
let's-
says "don't ingest will kill you." Let's fucking smoke
Look,
that
dude.
shit.
Look, dude. We all know heroin is like. There's no upside to heroin, right? Like, there's no like.
Aside from the fact that it feels really, really good.
Yeah, but
at
there's
the
no
time.
upside, and even heroin
Long
addicts
term,
know
yeah.
there's no upside. You
Yeah,
know? Like,
yeah, they
know
know
they're
that
fucked.
it will kill them.
So, and it's like, you know certain drugs will kill you, and I think all of us know that injecting battery acid and lighter fluid and codeine into your body is
Yep.
probably a bad call. I just like I don't. What,
Probably.
humanity. Can't we
Yeah.
all just like, you know?
Yeah.
Can't we all just do normal shit like smoke weed and play Call of Duty? Like I don't
told you.
understand what.
I told you last time we were talking about it with the whole crocodile thing. The whole life expectancy of like 2 years after you start doing it is a plus when you live in Russia.
That's true.
It's like not only will this get me fucked up, but
gonna kill
I
me.
get to bail in 2 years. I'm
Yeah.
out of this
That's a
shithole.
good-
I don't think
That's a plus
Russians.
side.
I don't think Russians smoke weed and play Call of Duty. I think they do crocodile and play World of Tanks.
That's true. Everyone who plays World of Tanks is just a skeleton of a human being just sitting.
That's why
Yeah.
they're so good. They are so high and so intensely fixated on these tanks. That's why they're that good.
We see the first timeout called. It looks like the tank carry got his face just removed.
Not even
due to
in
a-
game.
Due to a violent
even in game.
sneeze.
Like-
and we're going to have to go ahead and pause the game while he gets his face reattached.
If you don't want to look up pictures of crocodile, just
don't.
watch Raiders of the Lost Ark. And when they
Yeah.
open the Ark, what happens to the German dudes? That is crocodile.
I like what Gatmed said. They do crocodile and connect to East Coast Dota 2 servers. Yes, basically.
Come to think of it, you don't see that many World of Tanks streamers with webcams showing.
That's
So,
true.
maybe
That's
I'm
because they ain't
mistaken.
got no fucking faces. They can't do a face cam when they got no face.
It's called bone cam, skull cam.
As funny as
Fucking skull.
as funny as it is
It's
to
called
joke
no
about
epidermis
crocodile,
cam.
as funny as it is to joke about crocodile, I just don't get it, man.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Like,
I agree.
It's
Oh, man.
like there's already enough like drugs out there that like God, crocodile. God
Hey,
damn
man,
it!
but it's like
Just the name of it sounds like something you shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
That's the
Sounds
thing.
like fucking
It's
something-
called
Or like
crocodile.
don't.
It's called crocodile because of this the shit it does to your skin. That's where it got its name.
Makes you look like you were eaten by a crocodile.
Mr. Dyer, you
To your bone.
You smooth skins just don't understand.
I'll tell you one thing though. I guarantee you, there's a fetish somewhere out there. We were talking about sexual fetishes one podcast where someone's like into seeing bone or something like that. Guarantee.
Yeah,
it.
there might be. I just
Go to the search bar and Tube Galore.
Type in
Crocodile.
I'm gonna go to Tube Galore and type crocodile. And see what I can find.
I just
The most
don't.
nightmarish JO sesh you've ever had.
Humanity.
It's not even sex. It's just like these blob. It looks like the two of the blobs from the clay guy from Batman, basically.
Oh, God.
Just like mushing up against each other. That's crocodile sex.
I just.
Yeah.
I don't.
I mean, we all do stupid shit, though, guys. If you've ever texted while driving, you're as dumb as using someone with crocodile. I do it. I'm like, this text can't wait. I look down. I'm going like 70 on the highway. I'm like, I could kill someone and myself. So we all, some people do it more directly, though. You know what I mean? Some people inject poison in their stomachs. I choose to text while drive.
Some people do crocodile and text and drive.
That's the ultimate.
The guy has a good point in chat. I think there's a good co-marketing opportunity here with Crocs.
Yeah.
You get a free dose of crocodile with your Crocs.
Actually, there's little tiny microscopic needles in the soles of the Crocs, so it goes straight up through your feet.
Look, guys. I already told you that Elgato is partnered with them exclusively, and you leave your skin under your pillow after you do some crocodile, and in the morning you get an Elgato game capture. So don't worry about saving up for that PVR anymore. Just pop some croc, get that skin rolling, and you're good to go.
Pop some croc.
Yep.
Pop croc and drop your skin.
So on to Twitter finally. After I had to rant about crocodile.
What else were we gonna do, really?
At Jen's Fallen asks, MOBA and RTS games are dumb. Well, when will the glorious competitive FPS make a return? What game will be responsible for that?
None that exists right now.
Quake 5, if it doesn't suck, but probably nothing.
Nothing.
And that's just, we got to deal with it.
Yeah.
I think we're probably at the point.
$250,000 Counter-Strike tournament's big. That's good.
That is.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
I think CS:GO definitely is. If I was to name the most competitive FPS right now, I think that would be it. But I think we'll probably keep seeing smaller games that like maybe have a small competitive scene, kind of like Tribes actually. Like Tribes was very competitive when it came out, and the scene was pretty small. But if you enjoyed it, if you wanted to play it, like there were competitive games to be had. I just don't think I don't know that we're gonna see a competitive FPS on like a massive scale like we used to.
What about Titanfall?
Nope.
No.
They have no plans for they don't have like they're not implementing competitive stuff into that game.
Okay.
If you do not allow
focusing
people
on
to mod your game will not be competitive. You have to allow people to mod it. You have to.
Yeah. I
or
think
it's not
the
going
biggest
to last.
problem with FPS in a competitive scene right now is that we had a solid like 15 years of good competitive FPS scene, and then something new comes along and it gets people's interest. So what FPS is struggling with right now is looking interesting, and it's fucking difficult to look interesting when we've seen every FPS you could possibly imagine in the past 15 years.
Also, I will say this as well. The reason I think, StarCraft 2 is kind of an anomaly, although it has lots of dollars behind it, obviously, with Blizzard. I love watching StarCraft 2 as well. But with MOBAs, it's that anyone can hop in and play that game. And so that's why, to me, things like League and Dota get so many viewers, is because you can just go get this game and you can play it.
For
and
free.
You can play it. Now, we've already gone over how abusive the communities can be, and like there's a very high skill cap, obviously, with professionals. But you can just sit down and play this game with friends and have some fun. Like, you can.
CG chat height 0. Done.
It's accessibility. You play the same game that the pros play, right? Mm-hmm. So when you go into League, sure, are you as good? No. But you play the same exact game. And when it comes to, like, especially the competitive shooter scene, even in Counter-Strike or whatever, like, you're not, when you're in a pub, it's a different experience.
It's a different game.
It's totally different game. It's not even the same.
What's crazy with FPS...
competitive MM has helped that a lot. Like, competitive matchmaking is a great addition.
Oh, that's
to
true.
That
No,
game.
it is bridging the gap.
But it might be a little late.
But even think about this, like when you played Source, like even going from just Source pubbing, even if you had your own clan server, going from that to even Cal O, was like
Dude,
a whole
totally.
different
It's
experience.
totally
just
different
getting in a
experience.
match is like.
I remember the first time I
game.
ever like tried out for a Cal O team after having pubbed Source, and it was like, holy fuck, these guys are serious. Like this is crazy. No joke.
And
what? You're using a P90? You fucking idiot! What are you doing?
I think that's actually a really good point. Is that in most, if not all FPS games, you're never, if you're just playing in a public setting, you're never playing the same game as the competitive people are playing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because like if you're playing in a 20-person server, but competitive is like normally 6v6, and that's the accepted standard. Your 20-person pub does not even come close to approximating that 6v6 gameplay or 5v5 or whatever.
Well, it's like going from when I first tried Pro Mod, I was like, this isn't even COD 4. This is some other thing. Like this isn't even the same game whatsoever. And like, so I think that's definitely a part of it. I think that's the biggest part of it, honestly, is accessibility.
Red Baron makes a point. He's talking about how like 60+ champs are used in Riot Worlds, and that you have AK, M4, AWP, and the P90 are all you see in CS. Yeah. Oh, I thought he was making the point that it's not that different though. But
there's a lack of variety.
There is a lack of variety, so I get that, but it's still the same game. So like, I don't know. I think that's the biggest thing, and I think that's the reason that StarCraft as well, right? That's another game that you
can
play
sit down and play, but I
like
feel like
you won't be as good as a pro, but you can watch and then you can understand and watch.
When you play 1v1 against someone else, you're playing with essentially the exact same rule set. Exactly. And the same, like the stakes aren't as high, but you're playing the same exact game as the people that play on stage, to win tournaments.
Well, specifically in StarCraft, you have the same opportunity as every single other person in the world to be in the same bracket as a pro player. Like you can work your way up to the same division as a pro player.
Yep.
Like anyone could do that. It's not like pro players are in their own matchmaking playlist or something like that. It's like everybody's in the same pool pretty much.
I mean, and not to like harp on the COD thing, but that's the FPS competitive community. The snottiness of it too has shot itself in the foot so many times, because like with Call of Duty, even like they wanted, like, all the pro players wanted to cater to certain rules and stuff like that, but like even Vonderhaar and stuff, when he was trying with the esports stuff with Black Ops 2, he's like, you have to make they have to play the same game like that you play in a Call of Duty pub, like, because people want, like, it's the same thing, like people want to know that, hey, I'm playing what the pros are playing, and it's easily transferable and understandable. Whereas, like you said, with all these other shooters in the past, whether it's fucking Counter-Strike, fucking even TF2 and stuff like that, like, it's just not the same game. And
the thing is, when you have changes between what a public player does and a competitive player, it's if there's differences, someone that's like, oh, competitive play sounds interesting, now I have to go learn this whole nother rule set, all these new game types, all these new map changes. If it's the same thing, the person goes, I'm playing pub matches, I'm interested in competitive play, I play competitive. And that's it. That's how it goes.
That's one of the biggest things in MOBAs. If you get good at a MOBA, you are automatically good at being
the transition
MOBAs.
is just
there is
automatic.
no transition.
Yep. Totally.
There is, but it's a lot less than it's going to be in a shooter. There's also the fact that League changes for a game fairly rapidly. They're having new champs added all the time. They have balance patches that come out, and of course, the players who play competitive have to acquiesce to that. They have to adjust to that. Go to a competitive TF2, they will not change for anything. They don't want fucking nothing changed ever, and it's stagnant.
That's not true. Took a lot of changes this season, like the escape plan causing mini crits.
There is that, and but that's something that Valve forced on them, because they took an item
fix
that everybody's using already. The quick fix was a big thing. Like, people were resisting the quick fix change hard. They wanted to keep the quick fix banned. Well, they wanted to ban the quick fix.
It's banned next season, but they played with it this season.
Because
it was really bad.
What game will be responsible for it, I actually really think if Valve decides to make CS:GO fully free to play, I think CS:GO could be responsible for like FPS revolution.
It's a fantastic game. It is a great game.
It's really fun to watch too. I think
super easy, and there's nobody who doesn't understand it.
We didn't report this, but John mentioned it earlier. They did the same sort of like pot money raising that Dota 2 did. Yeah, that the International did, and had a $250,000 tournament for CS:GO due to crowdsourcing. So obviously there's some interest there. It just needs the backing as well. And Call of Duty, I'm sorry, it's just they may throw millions of dollars behind that shit, but it's just not there, and I don't think it ever is going to be. I just don't. I don't see it. They throw those events.
Console. It might be on console, but that's never going to. Like, I don't think anyone's going to call Call of Duty, glorious competitive FPS. That's not what it is.
Also, the way those pros have acted this year has not been.
I also think it's hard to think of PC shooters as competitive in North America. I feel like in the European scene, PC shooters are way more more popular. Competitive PC shooters are more popular in Europe than they are here because we're starting to go towards the whole MOBA strategy thing.
Yeah. So
I think my prediction for the next big FPS, it's probably going to be, if it's going to be on PC, it's going to be free to play.
Yeah.
I don't see it any other way.
Yeah. Extraction.
That game has potential.
It has potential. We'll see.
If they implement competitive stuff into it.
See, I don't I'm looking forward to Extraction, and I'm really excited to play it. But there's not going to be a game on the Unreal.
It's going to be a niche game, I think. Extraction, I don't think is going to be a huge mass market game. CS already has essentially it's the most mass market I think a PC shooter can get at this point. So I think it's a pretty easy transition for them to go free to play. But I agree, it also just comes down to there really haven't been a ton of options when it comes to free to play competitive FPS. And that's what's driving all the growth for MOBA and RTS games, is that at this point they're all going free to play so that you can try it if you watch it or whatever, you decide you like it. There's no barrier to entry to give it a shot.
Yeah, and I think too. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Retweet if you remember Blacklight Retribution esports options.
God damn it. All right.
Well, I was gonna say one more thing too. Back to Nick's point about people being tired, and the other thing too is with MOBAs like Dota and even with League, it kind of it makes you not. You have to invest so much time to become decent, so you're not flamed, and so that you at least know the basics of the game. That once you invest that much time, these games grab you like none others. Dude, how long was it that I played Counter-Strike Source for? That was my only game for how many years? 10 years.
Yeah.
And then I played League.
You played it really poorly.
That's cute, John. And then and then I played League, and it was the first game where it was it's the same thing where it's this is the only thing I want to play now. So I feel like that's the other thing too, is that the formula for these MOBAs are so goddamn are so addictive that it's going to be very hard to break that cycle if more people keep getting involved.
And they make the switching costs really high. If you have every champion unlocked in League of Legends, you're going to want to keep playing League of Legends.
Exactly. Yeah. It's then it becomes a time sink too. It's I don't want to play Dota because I've spent so much time on League. It's I'm going to have to relearn everything. So anyway.
Yeah.
Which is not necessarily true, but
I know it's not true, but
all right. Next
You'll have to learn more. You don't want to relearn.
That was a good question.
That was a really good question.
That was, Jesus.
Yeah. And that say in chat, the question was too good and not funny enough. 3 out of 10.
Now we're back into it with Sexy Dolphin.
Yeah, at Sexy Dolphin asks, describe your least favorite gas station restroom you've been to. I can think of one right off the bat. I went on a canoe trip this this summer, and we stopped at a Sheetz on the way up, and well, I didn't use Trevor as a bathroom, but he would have been my least favorite had I.
He would have loved you to use his mouth as a bathroom.
He might have, yeah. So this bathroom was pretty normal, pretty clean actually. So I took a dump in this gas station bathroom, and it was all right. It was fine. And then I flushed the toilet, and apparently this thing had the most powerful flush in the history of mankind.
Splashbacked?
Dude, it splashbacked from 10 feet away.
Jesus.
I had walked I had actually there was only one stall, so it was also the handicap stall, so it was very large, and it had the rail, so it was maybe 8 feet from the toilet to the other wall. I had flushed, I had gotten up, was done, flushed, and walked away from the toilet, and it splashed back me from 8 feet away, dude.
Jeez.
Come on, turn down that pressure, dog. And then I got hepatitis, and it was terrible.
God.
Yeah, but it was what
Let me offer a counterpoint to that. I would much rather a gas station bathroom flush be too strong than not strong enough.
Yeah.
Yes, that's where I was going. So before school in high school, I would beverage on some Ice 101. which is fantastic. And we did that at the gas station down the street from my house because that's where me and my buddies would go before work, get a coffee and sip on some delicious Ice 101. And one time I went in there and somebody made a pretty intense poopy, and the flush on the toilet didn't work, and I had to take shots of Ice 101 in a poopy bathroom. So it was good.
Oh man.
Good.
Ooh.
Oh god, man. The single worst thing that's ever happened to me, this is at my old job. I worked sometimes I had to work at like a parent or connected building that had a single bathroom. It was really small, but it was like a call center I worked at this software company. And one day the toilet clogged altogether, and there was a sign on the door on the bathroom that said, do not flush toilet no matter what. So I go in there. I'm assuming, like, I don't know. Maybe I was naive to think that I was the first person to think maybe I could take a shit and just leave it and get out before anyone saw. So I walk over towards the door, and it smells already terrible. I'm like, oh god, this can't be. I open the door, look down. There are, no joke, what look like shits from maybe 5 people sitting in the toilet. Totally full. Like, almost like if I put my ass down there, I'm going to get other people's shit on my ass. Like, that bad. So I want to know how many goddamn people fucking shit in that toilet, like, before me. So it had to be 5. And they were different colors. They were different shapes. And God, it was horrible. So that's
because everyone had the same idea as you. As like, I can just drop this and leave. No one's
an original
idea.
0 out of 10.
The last person had to like hover squat. Like, there's no way they put their ass on the seat because it would have gotten messy. So they must have dropped it from a high altitude. God,
just only causes more splatter.
Made a bombing run of that shit.
But there was so much shit in here. No. There was no, but that's the thing, Nick, there was no water. It was like all drained out, like the plumbing was gone. It was just fucking shit. Ugh. It was just shit. It was dry as shit.
My god.
Anyway. Tell me more, Scott.
I'm done. Sorry. Sorry if you were eating.
Fucking god. Nick Fenton, stop it. This is
I honestly... Dear God.
I mean, I can't remember asking what my least favorite gas station restroom is asking, like what's the... I don't even know. It's like, I don't have an answer for that.
The worst time you've taken a shot to the nads.
Yeah.
Like, I remember some nice gas station bathrooms because that's out of the ordinary. Yeah. My least favorite is, I mean, there's like more than a dozen, I would say.
I honestly don't have, I never take a shit in a gas station bathroom. I've always found an alternative.
If you have to get a key...
I have also never taken a shit in a gas station bathroom. I can't look at my own...
You have never. You're saying you have never done
Not that I can recall. If I did, it was uneventful enough that I don't
Apparently, you guys have never taken a road trip in your life.
I have. There are just other places.
That's when you save it until you stop at like a restaurant or something.
I'll shit in my car before I'll put my ass on a gas station restroom. I don't give a shit. I do give a shit, and in my anyway. But I hate pooping in places that aren't like safe or familiar.
If you have to get a key, from the cashier, you should probably not do that. Like, you should probably not do that. If you have to if you have to get a key and then go outside to get to it, then you should really. If
it's outside at all, just leave. Don't.
The people who poop in that bathroom feel as though they have free reign to do whatever they want, and they're right.
I had a pretty terrible poop at the restaurant before we went to the zombie party at PAX because I went to go wipe and there was no toilet paper, so I had to wipe with the paper things that you put on the toilet seat.
I remember this.
So I was pulling those out and then crumpling them up and then using those. So that was fun.
God damn.
Very solid. I do recall a really excellent bathroom while we were at PAX. I don't know if anybody else noticed this. It was during the pizza restaurant, the one where we actually had somewhat okay service because we went up and asked for our check when we were ready to leave.
Nah, we had that ass Sprite though.
Yeah, we did get ass Sprite. That was
well, I don't drink Sprite, so fuck you guys. I don't care.
You were supposed to get Sprite, and it was just the carbonated water without the.
There was an issue with their soda machine. They fixed it. It's an act of God, man. Anyway.
Did I ever tell you the time that the maid walked in on me at my old job as well, shitting in the bathroom after hours, and I thought it was a dude, like doing it, and I should have known that the humming that sounded like it was coming from a senorita was not a guy, but a woman cleaning with headphones on, so she couldn't hear me fucking puffing away trying to get this fucking load out of my ass. And I'm sitting
Wait. Getting what? A load out of your ass?
It was not a literal load.
Getting a load out of ass?
Wow. Sometimes you gotta clean.
That was really
Sometimes you just gotta expunge after a hot day.
She couldn't hear you puffing away trying to get the load out of your ass? I'm sorry? Can we go over this?
I'm done with the story.
I just wanted to reflect on that.
because I wasn't done with mine.
Yeah, we got nice bathroom story from Blah.
Yeah. Anyway, I went in to use the bathroom for whatever reason. Actually, I think I was just washing my hands because something terrible outside probably happened involving NFEN. But that's just what happens. But I went inside and I was just washing my hands, whatever. And they have the mirror in front of the bathroom, in front of the sink rather, and then behind the toilet there was another mirror that was kind of like frosted over. Did either of you guys use the bathroom there? Do you remember this?
No, I didn't.
It was at that pizza place. There was like this sort of frosted over. It wasn't a functional mirror. It wasn't meant to be used as a mirror. It was just sort of a decorative mirror that was sort of frosted over. And I go over to it because I was like, this is kind of weird. Like, why would you put this here? And imposed in the mirror was a picture of Carlton from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It was somebody had actually I don't know how it was done, but and maybe it was inside of the gloss over the mirror that because it wasn't really a functional mirror because you couldn't see yourself reflected in it, but it was a picture of fucking Carlton sitting there looking smug. It was like that picture that everybody uses of him on the internet.
What the heck? That's crazy.
It was awesome. It was like Carlton's watching you poop. It was great.
I don't think I'd ever feel more comfortable releasing myself.
I mean, we already talked about our bathroom at the hotel room, which had the sex doors, and man, good stuff.
Yeah, it had those like honeymoon sliding doors for the bathroom.
You could watch.
And the whole sexy tub and the bottomless toilet. That was great.
Yeah, that toilet was deep as fuck, dude.
I committed some atrocities.
I'm pretty sure the toilet was actually just the Sarlacc pit from Return of the Jedi.
You could spelunk that thing.
It was sitting there just waiting with all of its many teeth to eat.
So to follow up,
Scott, hold on, Scott. Was there an end to your story?
Yeah, well. So I'm sitting there.
So the maid got the load out of his ass.
No. So I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden, I'm fucking going away, and I hear this person's been in the bathroom for a while, but I'm not connecting any of the dots here. I'm assuming that they're washing their hands or something. I am in the middle of a serious push because I don't know what I ate, but it's not budging, and I'm determined that it needs to come out. And as I'm heaving really hard, the door all of a sudden fucking flies open.
Oh.
And what's so funny is the maid who's cleaning is looking down. She's mopping the floor, sweeping the floor or something. She hasn't even looked up yet. And then she looks up, and the look on her face when she sees me, and at this point I'm prairie dog, and it's starting to happen. And I'm totally I'm out, man. It's over for me. She screams, I'm sorry, in somewhat broken English, and runs out of the bathroom at full speed. I'm left there. Trying to get rid of this. It was so embarrassing for both of us, really, to be seen in a state like that. And I never saw that maid again. By the way, I finished so quick and ran out, and I just left and went to my car, and I honestly never saw that chica again who cleaned the bathroom. But my God,
what's the fact that she's the one who screamed, not you, when she broke in?
Well, I was so shocked. I didn't even know what to do.
I think her breaking in probably helped your movement.
Yeah,
maybe
so too.
It definitely startled me. So maybe I have her to thank for that bowel movement.
As a follow-up on this question, Werner Ingemar asks, who on the cast is the sexiest anus?
Oh God, not me.
If only we could find that maid.
There has never been a sexy anus in existence ever. They're all gross.
Not true. You've never.
I get mine bleached.
You bleach your asshole? That's good. That's solid.
There's no transitional color.
I'm gonna go ahead.
If you actually think that, Nick, you've apparently never seen anyone that's had some work done down there.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with John.
No, they're still not sexy because that's where poop goes out.
Dude, my butt is real hairy. It's a problem.
Dude, nothing like punching that starfish with the old ripper dick.
The old brown eye.
Nothing like trying to get a load out of your brown star.
I prefer the term dirt star. That seems to be the best term.
Yeah, it's solid. It's a good one.
But yeah, so we can't answer that. No assholes.
As we hemorrhage viewers.
I also have a really hairy butt, so not me.
There you go. More than you wanted to know. All right, Cotton Balls 69 asks. Cotton Balls 69. What a question.
69. That's
Make sure you pronounce this question correctly. Sentence structure.
Okay. Do you think video games teach, can, or have taught valuable lessons?
Teach can.
I'd like to be taught about cans. I'm interested in cans.
Canning is an ancient art form.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Is that like a dance or something? Are you saying, do you think video games teach can?
Well, there is Dance Central.
Or have taught valuable lessons? Like valuable lessons of, I don't know.
Or have taught.
I feel like there's something cryptic in the question.
Yeah, it's not totally clear.
Nick Fenton's family apparently owns a soup cannery, so maybe he knows of a video game that...
You also skydive too, right? And have a baby?
Well, my name is actually Babyator, so...
I knew it. I knew that's where this is going.
Oh, Babyator.
Oh, you...
I'm actually full form, final form Babyator.
Oh,
so.
God.
Yes. Can video games teach valuable lessons? Absolutely.
Yes.
Totally.
In rare occasions, yes.
Yeah.
In terms of
Mario was missing, dumbass.
Moral stories, yes,
It was
but like
educational.
it's even easier with like educational stuff. Like there are educational games for children and stuff. Like for
I learned how to
Honestly,
type with Typing of the Dead.
The thing is, there are valuable lessons in pretty much every free-to-play game, which is that either you can work hard for little reward, or you can just pay money to get past whatever.
Yeah, it's like
Money talks.
Right. You learn about business. You learn about budgeting. It's basically like money management. It's like a high school money management class.
I would
it's the
say
realest you can get, because if you manage it poorly, you just go broke.
I would say that the War Z can teach you how to scam a lot of people out of money.
That's a good lesson to learn.
For a thing that doesn't work.
But on the good side, Mavis Beacon taught me typing. So
yeah,
that's true. I feel like there are a lot of old school games. Like I remember Word Munchers and Mavis Beacon teaches typing and a bunch of educational games.
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Oh God, John, what a game! What a game! What else?
I bet no one remembers this game, but there's a game called Gizmos and Gadgets, which taught you like math and physics and stuff. It was like, it was an elementary style game.
I remember the name, but I can't picture
that was like my favorite game when I was in probably 2nd grade, and that's all I played.
I think GTA has been mentioned in the chat. I think GTA teaches you that yes, you can get a hooker and then kill her and get the money back.
Totally.
So it teaches you about...
You can take 2 strippers home from the strip club if you play your cards right. And then they will actually send you text messages. Have you guys done that yet? When you take one of them home, they send you naughty pictures to your cell phone.
Really?
No? Yeah, they really do.
Also a good life lesson. You know?
So you have to touch the strippers too when the bouncer isn't looking. It taught me that in GTA as well. That's one of the mini games.
Yeah.
It's a valuable lesson.
It is.
It is.
It really is.
Yeah.
The bouncer is not your friend.
So
no. Better to test that out in the game before you go in real life.
Or real life. Yeah.
Simultaneously playing 6 Final Fantasy games has taught me how to not impress women. How to get women to actively avoid you when you start talking, because it is literally
definitely if you're starting your conversation talking about Final Fantasy, then yes, I would say probably that's going to be.
I was kind of expecting as soon as I started talking about like the Buster Sword and what it represents, she would basically just be all up on my jock, but I was mistaken, so that was a harsh lesson to learn.
I don't necessarily know that it's the topic of your conversation, but probably has more to do with the fact that you only ever leave the house with your hair styled like Cloud, with a massive sword on your back.
But nobody can see my hair because I wear a hat.
And a Naruto headband.
I am holding a giant sword.
On a serious note, there have been studies shown that people that play video games regularly make decisions faster than other people. So it's not necessarily like a it's not like a lesson, but it's like
I bought my cat on an impulse. So there you go.
Yeah,
Get video games at work.
Max brings up Putt Putt in the chat. I remember that game. That was a great game.
What about The Incredible Machine? Anybody play that? It was an old PC game. It was really fun. It was like you just had all these gadgets that you sort of link together to make one giant mechanism to solve different puzzles.
Mario taught me that if you eat drugs, you get bigger.
Yeah,
much bigger.
Yeah, Mario taught me to take magic mushrooms, so I did.
Yeah, and also to neglect women so much, in fact, that they keep getting kidnapped.
Yeah.
So,
instead of acknowledging your woman, you just ride a dinosaur instead, which magic mushrooms help with. So
that is true. The life lessons from Mario are intense.
And if you can't find a dinosaur, put on a raccoon costume and fly around.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
that's what Blacklight did. So
that's how my whole life started. It's my MO.
All right, next question. Wait, are we doing it? Oh, no, we did ask that question. We're not doing that one.
Okay.
Mimi asks if we have a moment to speak about our Lord and Savior, iOS 7. I don't have an iPhone, so
I have an iPhone, and I am very happy with it, so I don't have an issue. It's whatever.
I have an iPhone 4, so I'm not happy with it because it's laggy.
Oh yeah, if you have the old iPhone, it runs well on the 4S, but I've heard the same from many people about the 4.
It's great on my iPad though. I like it on my iPad.
Yeah. You have an iPhone, Brandon, or do you have Android again?
No, I have an iPhone.
Did you upgrade?
It's fine. Yeah, I upgraded. I lost my
Maps
jailbreak.
actually works somewhat now, which I kind of like.
iOS 7 is pretty good if you love Android features from 3 years ago.
That's great. Great.
Oh look, a pull-up menu. I can change my brightness. Whoa.
Listen, it just works, okay? It just works. Okay,
well, speaking of features that they've added, that were around 3 years ago, one of the main features for iOS 7 is the Control Center thing, which is literally a jailbreak tweak that has been around since jailbreaking was a thing. And they finally added it.
But sir, do you have a moment to talk about Windows Phone? Sir, open the door, please. Open the door, sir.
I'm calling the police.
Nobody has time for that shit. Do you want hacked Instagram? Not real Instagram? Because you can't get it. You can't get it on Windows Phone.
You can't get anything. Name an app. Can't get it.
Hey man, Halo Spartan Assault. Check it out on my YouTube channel.
You can get that. That's true.
True.
Yep. All right, this last question is a good one. I like this one. Connor3 asks, since it is now fall, what is your favorite seasonal food drink? Cummy anus. That is how this read in the document. So I read it as it was typed, and
I added that there, but I think it fits the sentiment of the question. It's fair.
I'd like to clear up that.
And he just heard his question read and is wondering why. What happened to his question?
Cummy anus.
Well, that would be my new Steam name, actually. It's pretty strong.
My answer is Dogfish Head Pumpkin. Best pumpkin beer there is.
It's so it is better than the one you're currently drinking.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, but it's the best I've had other than that one.
I have people go nuts over Southern Tier Pumpkin, and they will spend $90 on a case of that shit. I don't like it that much. I'm not a big pumpkin beer guy. But
I'm a big cider guy when it comes wintertime, and not just like alcoholic cider, but also like, have you ever had hot apple cider with some cinnamon melted in it?
Yeah,
it's really good. Heat that shit up in a saucepan, add some cinnamon or some pumpkin spice. Really fucking good.
Shout out to the chat for mentioning Zima.
Oh, wasabi. Oh, that's too OP.
All right, go ahead, Black. I'm sorry. It's
no, I was pretty much done.
Zima's so terrible that
Woodchuck makes a pretty solid pumpkin cider as well as a pretty solid winter.
I would
cider.
Like to try a pumpkin cider.
Seasonal, yeah, I would like to too, and I can never fucking find it. I mean, I have had it, but I would like to buy a case or even a 6-pack, and every place I know that would sell it is sold out immediately.
Yeah, Darkwing with its cider is tastiest when there's a gay dude at the bar trying to get you to peel stickers off of his wooden box. That's when cider is best enjoyed. But I like pumpkin spice lattes a lot. I am one of those people. Get it with an extra shot. Get it with an extra shot. That is how it's best, in my opinion.
Yeah, an extra shot of espresso in there.
Yeah,
Hell yes.
Yeah, it's so good that way.
Hell yes.
Best fall food is anything at Thanksgiving besides turkey. I don't like turkey.
All right.
What about beverages?
Actually, I agree with that.
Scotch.
I like turkey if it's good.
Scotch,
but it's like
and bourbon.
whenever you go to like a family Thanksgiving, it's like once in every like 5 years there's good turkey.
It's rare.
Is that
turkey
true?
is an fucking overrated bird.
It's so dry. It's like
chicken's
pork.
so much better than turkey.
Turkey is the pork of birds. It's
good.
so dry and gross.
Wait, what? No, pork's great. Whoa. Wait,
no,
what?
it's dry.
Turkey is the
Pork of birds.
Okay, that is not actually a very good analogy at all.
Pork of birds.
I want to revoke that.
Couple more suggestions. Couple more suggestions from the chat. The Blumpkin spice latte, which I didn't know was a flavor. Thank you to
I'm
Mary
getting that
Lemke.
next time I go to Starbucks.
That's on the Starbucks secret
Also,
menu.
I've been told that what goes great with Zima is some gay sex.
Well, I'll have to give it a shot.
But I like Scotch and bourbon, but mostly in the fall though. I like them all the time, but in the fall there's just something great about sitting around a fire slugging some whiskey. Actually, I'm serious. It's real nice.
I really like. I
nice.
hardly ever drink eggnog, but around Christmas time, I like eggnog in a really small glass, not just a little, maybe a little bigger than a shot glass, and just sprinkle nutmeg on it, and just kind of sip eggnog.
Eggnog is delicious. Have you ever had?
I love eggnog too. Yeah,
eggnog is
one of my
pretty
favorite
solid.
seasonal things. Yeah, agreed.
The
I used to drink it right out of the Wawa eggnog, man. I used to drink that straight out of the container.
I only like it, I think, because I drink it once a year, if that.
Yeah, it's true. What about the Santorum spice latte? You a big fan of that?
That's delicious. That's my favorite.
Oh yeah,
It's pretty
God
frothy.
damn it, Shay. It's
Wonderful.
real frothy.
If you don't like eggnog, I don't like you. So that's the deal. Sorry.
But yeah,
I
no.
prefer any of the Spice Girls latte.
yeah, it's pretty good.
All right.
Which Spice Girl would you prefer a latte of? This is my question.
Ginger.
It's not from Twitter.
Ginger.
I think ginger's a solid latte.
Yeah, ginger latte.
Take a posh spice latte.
Posh Spice.
Posh spice latte? I don't know about
I'm
that.
gonna go with Sporty Spice so I can drink it while I'm on a treadmill.
Like a Michelob Ultra? You gotta drink Michelob Ultra when you're rollerblading and like shit like that. That's how
I
you're
just have
supposed to...
seen the most disgusting thing I've ever read. I love blending up McRib patties in a blender and drinking that. Best seasonal food.
It's a great seasonal food because it goes with any season.
Yeah.
Any season that the McRib is in.
Yeah.
That is fucked up. McRib.
That is just wow.
Fucking Zima, man. Why you gotta mention Zima?
I think Zima would have sold a lot better if they had said that it comes with gay sex. I think if they would have branded themselves properly.
I'd like to look up those old Zima commercials. They were all so friggin' weird. It was like...
They were. Was it like Zima? And it would be like the crackling of ice, right? Wouldn't it freeze everything?
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
I'm a big fan of if we can talk for a second about anything that's not seasonal, something I drink year round. You know, G Fuel. Mix up
obviously,
some
G
protein
Fuel.
shakes.
Yeah.
Of course.
Mostly Mostly when
When
I'm
you-
gaming. Yeah.
When you grab a nice cold glass of G Fuel with your gamer grips, it's like
While
What
you
else
have
is
a
there?
nice bowl of gamer grub.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's
as
true.
well. You gotta
No,
stop
dude,
eating like a
you don't need a bowl of gamer grub. It comes in a package that's easy to eat
Shove it in your mouth.
while you're gaming, man. That's what it's made for. You don't need a bowl. A bowl's gonna slow you down. It's not gamer dynamic like gamer grub.
true.
is.
When I'm dropping
As
Moabs, dude,
Nick Jenkins puts on his gunners.
Nice.
he does own a pair of... I'm getting a pair of gunners, so I can't make fun of him anymore.
Yep. Well, Yumi and Bob can touch our gunners together.
Just wait till they're
at
on sale on Woot for $30, Dan.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I'm
I
going
just-
to do.
They're
got
on
these for
Woot. They're on
40.
Woot all the time.
I'm on a computer too much, so...
I actually have noticed a dramatic decrease in the bloodshotness of my eyes,
Good.
which used to be a pretty constant thing for me.
Good point in chat.
Placebo effect.
Oh,
Good,
yeah?
actually, eye doctors do recommend them for that.
I know.
Fapping with gamer grip is a bad idea. That's true, Jim Bob Gill. You won't.
I heartily disagree.
with,
I
squid
respect your
grips?
opinion, but
I see. People are all about all the wet thing. You know, you want to have a wet dick. No, you want to have a dry Trust me. You don't really know yourself until you've been able to jerk off with absolutely zero moisture and you're chafing. Then you know yourself.
Try a dry rub with your dry rub.
A little paprika, maybe.
If you really want it, you can take a jerk dry rub to add to your dry rub jerk.
A Jamaican jerk dry rub.
Yep.
I usually just leave my dick in like a glass bowl of like juices, and I let it marinate for a couple hours, and then I go.
God, oh my God. It would just start falling apart. It would be so tender, Nick. It would
cook to taste.
John just left.
Falling apart. What are you marinating in it? Crocodile?
Maybe
he's
even
marinating it with some of that, like a lemon juice. You know, that really breaks it down.
Crocodile and lemon juice, a little bit of garlic.
Smoke that dick for a good 12 hours. That's right. Oh,
John just straight pieced out. Wow.
John just left.
Yeah, he's just. I'm done.
Couldn't take it.
Right.
But that's a good end to the cast right there. Thank you so much for coming out, guys. Remember, November 1st through the 3rd, Extra Life Marathon. Yes. Be there. We'll be going for like 30-some hours. It'll be good.
It'll be great.
Lots of games planned. Giving away 2 PCs from Newegg, 3770K, liquid cooled. One with a 770 in it, one with a 760. So, yeah, we'll give you the details. But
start saving up.
Yeah. We'll see you next week for episode 112 of the KBMOD podcast. It is quite late now, so I don't think we're going to be having a post stream on this channel. But
yeah, I'm going to be streaming it right after this with some League. So if people want, they can come over there.
Oh, we can play some ARAMs. Awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to play some ranked, but we could play ARAMs too.
So, all right, guys, we will see you next time for episode 112. Same time, same place. All normal streams this week. Hope to see you there.
Yes.
Later, bros.
Well, guys.